Yes, sir. Man, I'm excited to be with you guys, but it's such an honor, such a privilege, and I'm humbled to be on the panel with such powerful speakers that have just come up and just shared some powerful tools, tangible tools for our students. So to the administration of this conference, thank you so much. To our host, to Mr. Seneca Wilson, appreciate you, bro, for choosing me to be part of this. And then to the speakers, and then last but not least, wow, where would we be if it wasn't for our students? So thank you so much, first of all, for giving me the opportunity and also to share this platform with you, and obviously just to tap in with you guys. And so a little bit about myself. And let me be honest with you, I was listening to the bios and I'm saying, what am I doing on this platform? These people have bios this long. And I'm saying to myself, really? But what I can say is, man, I'm international. I'm on an international platform right now. And so I'm adding that to my resume right now. So listen up. For those of you who know anything about the motherland, I want to give it to you straight up. Whatever you've heard, whatever you've seen on television, it ain't like that. If it wasn't dark, I would have shown you there's no giraffes, there's no elephants, there's no monkeys in my backyard. I don't have a spear in my sheepskin. We don't roll like that. We have drip, we have swag, we're normal just like you people. And I'm saying to you, whatever they say to you about Africa, it's not true. We're the same. We have houses, we live the same way. And I just wanted to make that straight because every time I come to the States, people are asking me about, y'all got wild items in your backyard and stuff like that. No, we don't. The only wild thing we have is us. We the wild people here in the street. So for those of you that wants to know, let's do this. Thank you so much. And so this is why I want our students to listen this evening. So when Seneca told me about the gig, I said straight up, and I'm saying to you guys this afternoon or the morning by you guys, this Christian education is serious with me. I've been in the education sector for the last 13 years, and I've seen every type of student at our college, at our schools. And what I can share with you this morning is that the one thing that I have personally struggled with, and which I want to share with you, is what I have invented for myself, and that is the sunrise hustle. I promise you, you're looking at somebody that used to hate going to school. Now, for those of you who shared a little bit about your history, I'm an 80s boy. Now, for those of you who still can remember, there was a show on television back in the day called Doogie Howser. Do you guys remember that? That was the smart teenager who was the medical student. And this guy was smart as hell. And you know, for those of you who were in grade 1 and 2, the first thing that popped into your head when the teacher asks you, what do you want to be one day? Everybody usually said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a fighter. You know, it's all those elite portfolios. But with Gavin, it was different. Gavin wanted to be a doctor for all the wrong reasons. Gavin used medical terminology that Doogie Howser used to use to skip school. Like, he came up with this revised Doogie Howser terminology each day. And that was impressive for teachers, but they soon found out that Gavin is not about to be a doctor. He's about to be one of those schemers and tricking people to getting away from school. And that was my life, because the morning or sunrise hustle, I didn't get right. I was as lazy as you could be. And I want to share with you this morning, students, some practical examples and tips of how you can sort of utilize it to make sure that you become the top-notch student. For some of you that knows, if your whole morning starts off wrong, it sort of have a ripple effect through the whole of the day. Like, if you don't get your things right, if you don't prepare properly, then everything just seems to go wrong. And when I come to the sunrise hustle terminology, I want us to base this on 3 principles. Now, I know I don't have a lot of time, so I want to get into it real quick. And so I want to share with you this morning, friends, that it is better for us to act in a new way of thinking than to in an old way of acting. You know what I'm saying? It was James Clear who said, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the of your system. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. So let me repeat that. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And what I mean by that is, as you grow, as you define yourself, you keep on refining your goals, you keep on refining your methods, you keep on developing yourself, upgrading yourself. And when you get to that point, you then get to the master of operating at the highest level. And so let me share this with you, 3 quick principles of how I develop the sunrise hustle to become top-notch in the morning, to be the best version of myself, to make sure that I conquer each day. The product that I want for my day, the week, and the month, I achieve it just because I get the morning and sunrise hustle correct. So let me hit you with the first one, preparation. Now, you all know preparation doesn't take the morning when you wake up. That preparation needs to take place the night before. So we need to have a night before routine. So those of you who get up, I want you to make sure that you prepare the evening already. Our students, if you are asking for a power bank or a charger from your friend, you didn't prepare well. If you are looking or missed a bag or pen or borrowing things from your fellow student, you did not prepare well. If you forgot something or your lunch, you did not prepare well. So let me give you a tip. When the night before you go home, charge your cell phone in another room or another place, not by your bed. Because what's going to happen as soon as the alarm goes off? You're going to hit that snooze button, correct? There we go. You're going to hit that snooze button, and when you go again, it's an hour later. So charge your phone in the next room. The second thing I want you to do when you prepare, get your clothes ready. Everything that you need for the next day when you leave your home, make sure it's ready. Whether it's in the living room, the lounge, or even in your car, have it ready so you don't have to prepare for the morning when you leave your home. And that is about the preparation that I want you to be about. The second thing I want you to do is rest. I want you guys to get that quality rest for the day. No screen time 2 hours before the time. 2 hours before you hit the sack, I want you off your cell phone. Why? Because I want your mind to start remembering. I don't want to get no deep now, because I don't want to use serious jargon or deep. I want to be practical with you guys. This is what helped me. I have laid in bed all night because my mind keeps on working. I was waiting for me to get tired from my screen time. But what it actually do is just hyped me even more. It built even more energy, and just kept on scrolling, kept on reading, kept on watching. Because I want you guys to understand that the screen time and how the adrenaline is pumping in our subconscious mind keeps us awake, and it's burning us out, so we cannot have a productive day the next day. So the quality sleep is important. And I want you guys to know that we need at least 8 hours of quality sleep. No disturbance. Next thing I want you to do, no fluids in the 2 hours. For those of you who has a bad bladder like me, I cannot drink anything after 7. And I hit the sack at, let's say, no water, no tea, no coffee, nothing. Everybody needs to stop drinking stuff like before 2 hours before, because you don't want no disturbance through the night. Because some of you, if you like me, once you wake up, you find it hard to go back to bed. That's me. So the sunrise hustle I'm talking about was actually developed for me, because this is what helped me. The third thing I want you to do when it comes to preparation is mindset. I want you to tell yourself in your evening routines that this is what's going to happen the next day. I want you to jot down exactly how your day is going to look like, and you're going to start ticking them off. So what you're going to do, wake up at 5 a.m. I want to say this to you. You know at least what time your day is going to start. I need you to have at least 2 to 3 hours before your day starts. You need to be awake. So if you have school at 8, you need to be up at 5. Why? No stress, no anxiety, no rushing. You just easing your day in, and the day is waiting on you. Remember what I told you? The day is waiting on you. It is better for you to act in a new way of thinking than to think in an old way of acting. Come on now, somebody didn't hear that. I said it is better for you to act in a new way of thinking than to think in an old way of acting. What does that mean? It means the systems that I have in place and it's not working, I need to refine it. So I need to think a new way in order to become a better version of myself. So if you want to be better, you need to know better. And once you know better, you got to do better. Are you worrying me? I want you to understand that when you come to the preparation, you need to have an evening ritual. You need to rest well. And then you need to have a mindset that today is going to be a great day. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. And when you sleep with those type of things, you know you are already set for the following day. The next thing I want you to calculate is our process. Now, let me tell you, process is just as important as a preparation. We are talking about the ground. Things are going to, so we need to have a mindful movement. So when our day starts, and we're still talking about, I'm talking about when you're talking about the sunrise hustle, we want to have a mindful movement. So some of us, when you wake up, we need to get that exercise going. You feel me? You need to get that stretching going. Some of us need to do yoga. Some of us need to do a walk. Whatever it takes, a mindful movement that will get our body into some sort of shape and focus and sort of regime so we can be ready for the day. And those are the wins I need to do. So some of you might not say, hey, Gavin, that's not going to happen for me. Okay, be practical. It could be making up your bed. That could be a win. That could be a start. All right. It could be those habits. And once we take the win, it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, now it becomes our character. Are you with me? So this is how we will develop us personally. And then I want you to have mindful practice. Some of us are about that meditation. Some about that silence. Some of us about that breathing. Whatever it takes, it is a practice for us to do in the morning. And then my favorite, learning and growing. I do this all the time. I need to grab that good book. You know what I'm saying? I need to spend that quality time with Big Daddy for me to get that strength, because you know what's happening out there. We cannot compete with the world. The devices out there, the onslaught that the evil one comes to us each day. So we need to be equipped when we do battle, because we're in a war, y'all. We're in a war. Students, for those of you who don't know, you know the pressure that you guys under. You know the devices that you face. You know the things that are coming your way. And I promise you, you guys need to be equipped. So whatever works for you, make sure, whether it's a podcast, whether it's an inspirational book, whether it's your good book, the Bible, whether it is prayer time, equip yourself, learning and growing each day, and break it down. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be deep. You don't have to do what the next person does, whatever works for you. And then the final thing I want to talk to you about is the product. Oh, you know what the product is. You are in grade whatever. You are on the whatever grade you are doing whatever major, you know the goal, you know the product. Oh, this is the product. The product is the goal. Logan spoke about it. You need to set yourself those goals. And when you set yourself those goals, you have to put them into action. Whatever your goals for the day are, whatever your goals for the week are, whatever your goals for the month are, whatever it is for your life, whether it is big or small, let me tell you something, the product is just as important as the preparation and the process. We have to go through the preparation. We have to go through the process to get to the product. And you know, the speakers have been talking to you about everything that they've gone through was preparation. You heard Mr. Bopus, you heard Logan. They had stories telling you everything that they've gone through was preparation for what they're going to. Tess was speaking about his brother-in-law. These are all the things that prepared us for what we are going through today. And now we're standing here tall, bold, courageous, sharing with our students here exactly what it is. My man Logan talked about oven. Bro, I came from the 80s where we had to make a fire to warm our water. I promise you, we had to do things that we had to go and chop woods in the bush to make sure we have hot water. My friends still laugh for those things because they say, what type of era do you come from? The struggle was real, boss. And this is what I'm saying to you students today. When we go through the preparation, when we go through the process, I promise you, the product is sweeter. The product is at its best. It tastes better because the product is put into action. The product was because of the habits. The product is because of the achievements. And I'm saying to you guys, when you do what you do, you say what you say. When the product comes our way, It is about what we put in, because life doesn't give us what we want. It gives us what we deserve. And so, my friends, as I tap out, I want to make and say peace to you all. And then make sure that you stay in the process, stay preparing, and make sure that the product is coming your way. Shout out to Mr. Wilson, shout out to Devin, shout out to our better students, and I'll see you on the flip side. Signing out, Gavin.